Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. Just did live Mercury retrograde. A little bit learning for you guys, so you maybe see some things that's going to be helpful for you. I want to say gladly welcome to all of you. Welcome to the new subscribers. Appreciate your help. And JCK thank you for the coffee. Where I should begin with this? We're gonna see that today, as the moon is transiting it through areas, she's gonna begin to square the sun. That is because the moon within areas represents what I feel with me. For me, is about me. Okay, right? And we've seen that the son, the authority is with what within a family. That it's more about the soft father in a way, but it also can be, the general in the family in that case because the moon is going to be coming in a late afternoon. We're going to see the energy, particularly after 7 p.m. We're going to see that the moon, it's going to be a squaring the sun, but she is going to be very closing and closing more and more through Chiron. So overnight, she's going to be at 150 degrees with Mars, who is just about to join the South Node. With all these energies, and Venus is squaring Mars and the South Node, a lot of the past is going to be revived. People will gonna go and see how can I get out of this, and the only way to get out of this, it is get over your emotions. Don't be so emotional, but be wise. Don't be so critical, but be understanding, right? So the moon is going to be helping Mars to be a more understandable. The Mars can look at it in the past. You guys can go ahead and see these energies. It's going to be basically kind of like a popping it up. Those energies, they're going to be some very good. They're going to be very powerful. They're going to begin in afternoon. And with those energies that is going to be coming towards us, we're going to have some pretty much okay day, but the thing is going to be rising in afternoon. So be mindful what you're piling it up today, beginning in the morning. Hi, car guy. Thank you for being here. And take a look within yourself in there. What you're piling it. What is your focus is. What is your intentions of the day is. Because if you have that intentions, you're going to bring it within you. You're going to go back home, and that intensity of the moon squaring the sun in Cancer, just the intuition is going to be bumped up. This is like, with all due respect, but this is kind of like when the female backs home and everything that happens in there, it dumps it in its husband, and he's like, can't take this anymore. And here is the problem, right? So some of those intense energies, they're gonna coming to us. So I'm gonna be getting started up here from 7 o'clock in the morning. How do you think is gonna be with the day? All right, guys. So here is we have for 7 o'clock in the morning. The ascendant is gonna be with rising with Mercury. We are talking about Mercury is about going stationary. During slowing it down with Mercury, the communications are gonna go down. Okay, very go down. Well, hello from Canada. Well, I am actually in Canada right now. I'm in Vancouver. There. So if you're in Vancouver area, I'm always open for coffee. Okay, so as we seen it, the ascendant with Mercury, it's going to be pointing out towards what? It's on 150 degrees towards the North Node. That's what the mission is. That's what I need to go. I need to go and forward. How can I get forward when I am slowing it down? Something is standing on my way. What is standing on your way? Well, Venus is squaring that, and Mars is opposing that. So your personal moments of love and situations going to be looking at within yourself. They're going to be triggered in there. And we are going to have the moon. It's going to be squaring Jupiter. You have not grown to overcome. So we are going to be looking at how to overcome things today. All right, the 9 o'clock energy is going to be a little bit more calmed down, but that's going to beginning to trigger some shadow. Be mindful for people, particularly at work, who's going to be telling you something that can trigger the heck out of you, right? You're going to be like, why did he says that? What is that all? You're going to feel this taking it personally or putting it personally because the people who's going to be trying to vent out. And when they cannot vent out to the person they need to vent out, they vent out to whoever it's in the front of them just for the little sparks. So be mindful about this. Maybe some people just need someone to vent it out. Of course, if it's a screaming and yelling, that's not the right way to do it. All right. But this is going to be some kind of like a triggers because you're going to be able to see later on the truth that's going to coming out. The inner work is going to be with Uranus that is in there. And you're going to be seeking it for that truth within you. Venus and the moon, they're going to be an yacht with what? With the mean Lilith. You're going to be seeing that shadow within, particularly for the feminine energies in there. You're going to be seeing how, what, and so on and so on. Lilith is going to be passing through that energy. And I want to be showing you how it is happening, okay? So here is, we have a Mars, okay? That is Mars with the South Node, the past. But you're going to be looking the intuition, the moon, where I'm thinking, where I'm going. You're going to feel good. The moon doesn't have negative aspects, but then that energy is going to be going down where? It's going to go down to the mean Lilith. This is the true Lilith right here. You don't see her, but she's right in here on the cusp. Stand of that energy is in there from Lilith. It's going to be going into Venus. For a lot of the people, they're going to be like, okay, I got to be using the divine energies to help myself out, to getting in there. For some of the people, they're going to be using the conflict that it's rising between Venus and Mars. It's been already for a few days, so it's going to be staying for another week or so. So don't think about it that this thing is going to go away. So if you have issues with your partner, first of all, take a look at it from within yourself. That energy is going to be rising at 10 o'clock, particularly that Mars is going to be rising on the ascendant, and the inner work, the midheaven, it's going to be pointing out towards Venus. And that energy of looking at within a shadow is going to be some rising up. Very interesting moment is that the intuition is going to be trying to help Mars to calm down. Okay? Pay attention to those personal things. Those are the personal issues that's going to be triggered. But you are at work, right? And don't be taking these energies politely, right? Because one little thinking is going to be like, I don't want this job. The job is not wrong with you. You have personal issues. The person that you are with it, you don't have the problem with them. You have how the things you take in it within you. Something it's telling you that you need to go beyond and above, right? But before go beyond and above, as it is, so is below, right? You have to go deep. Go look at it deep within you. And that is it. One of these self-mastering things that you are going to be experiencing, that you have to look at it deep within yourself just to understand how high can you go. 11 o'clock is going to continue that intense energies from Mars, and in about noon, the energy is going to be calmed down a little bit. We are going to be seeing some little bit kind of like a taking a break. At 1 o'clock energies in there, we're going to be seeing it, what we are going to be authorizing within ourselves. And right now we're going to be seeing it how the moon, it is beginning to squares the sun. Intuition fighting authority within you, right? You're going to see some family patterns that it's all of a sudden is like, well, the family doesn't give me anything to it. I only work, 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 and I only do this, this, and I only get this and that. And the authority is like, wait a minute, everything has to be shared. Wait a second, everything has to be learned. And now you have to look at it, the damage that has been done from the past, and to look at it to who? To look at it the Chiron. What you've been thinking, how you thought. Currently, we have a Saturn and Neptune who are in the process to remove illusions, to remove this dogmas that has been kind of like for a very long time as a programming, as a forcing, as setting up a doctrines. This is the old age of age of Pisces we're talking about, that it comes in, and a Pluto is like review, because you're gonna have to getting into a new way. What is the new way? Going deep to go high. Okay, you're gonna learn. Once you get into this, and there, all of a sudden, one of the big problems it comes in is like, oh, okay. So the air is not gonna finish, the ocean is not gonna finish, nothing's gonna be happening. Just it's overreactions, overthinking, and we have to see the patterns, that this pattern calling for evolution. What positions I can evolve with it, and you see it. Guess, guess what happens to you? Boom. Right? I'm evolving. I'm not acting like my old self. Man, I want to kiss myself. I'm proud of myself. And that's what some of the people will do. While there's some of the people, they're just going to be like bolting out, and they're just going to be the runner, right? They're going to be running from themselves. Particularly when a Mars is under pressure, he's got two choices, either run or fight. The third choice that doesn't see is what the moon is going to be giving it to us, and that is going to be evolve, use the soul. Here how you become what? Divine masculine, right? Divine masculine. But who can you make you divine? Only you can have the personal connections within divine energies within you. Nobody can comes in and says like, here is your pill. Sorry guys, it's not Matrix. All right, going on with these energies, about 4 o'clock we're going to be start feeling these energies between the moon, because she's going to be also squaring Pluto. The transformations, I don't want to change, I don't want to get into there. The ascendant and Mars with the North Node, they're going to be pointing to the intuition. What are you thinking, right? So right now you have a lot of things to be overhead on you. You have these restrictions and all these visions that you thought they were visions, but they were actually illusions. So you're dealing with a lot of learning the truths. You have problems within the family. You have situations at work, and you have everything, and you just want like, I want to just, right? Well, the divine is telling you calm down your intuition and go and kind of like take a little break. And this is going to be a very, very beautiful moment, because you're going to need that break. Okay? You're going to need that break, because later on that particular energy, guys, is going to be asking you to act upon it. In the next hour at 6 p.m., we're going to see these oppositions with Venus is going to be very strong at that. Is going to trigger a lack of the love, right? Ascendant is going to be squaring the South Node, and Mars, here is the war kind of like a beginning to brew, right? You're kind of like in this 90 degrees water, when the water hasn't been boiled, but it's already kind of like getting hot, can't really touch it, can't really, you're going to burn yourself, right? And later on, that water is going to be coming, and particularly with these communications that we are seeing at the, as a Mercury is going within his stationary, stomping at that 15 degrees. All of a sudden, some of the people just like, you know what, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get in there. And if you're home at the family and your intuitions is on fire, you have a problem within the authority, here is your problem. You want to dump everything out. You want to just bolt out, while everything is going to be going. Learn how to handle this pressure, because this pressure is a personal emotional problem that you created from within yourself. Can you be able to go above and beyond that? Can you be able to provide these divine energies in there? And guess who's gonna talking to you? Lilith is divine energies with Venus, the shadow. So if you want to find the divine energies within you, you have to look within yourself deep, to dig within that shadow and get that energies back into the light. Some it will do it, some will not. The energy at 9 o'clock is gonna be some very intense in there, and I'm not gonna kidding in here. I'm not gonna be. That's usually at 9 o'clock. If you are like around 9:10, 9:15, you're gonna see how's the sun. It's go below the event of the horizon. Okay, we are gonna experiencing the sundown, and we are seeing the squares towards the moon and Chiron, right? We see the earth, it is right on the top of it up here. And now we're seeing that the inner work is with the truth. And that is opposing Uranus. Unpredictability, right? Now the ascendant that is at Capricorn is opposing the sun. And we are seeing all this energy that is going to come. But you need to understand that through those intense energies, you are tested out how much can you take, but also you're tested how much you can improve your own self. All right, with that being said, in there at 10 o'clock, we are going to have some little bit more peace. Some of you, though, is not going to find the peace because of the inner work that both masculine and feminine has to do with in there. And before you put some labels of feminine and masculine and what have responsibility, okay, take a look what the masculine and the feminine, what you understand about masculine and feminine as ability. Can you perform as a masculine? Can you perform as a feminine? Are you the right feminine? Are you the right masculine? Right? So if you're kind of like having this old process, of this and so on, the men just have to go home and lift up their feet, and the woman, it's a personal servant. It got all screwed up. If you took like you're a female that all the time, demanding things and wants things, and all this time of whining, moaning, and complaining, right? Where is your feminine of understanding? So you're gonna be looking at this, because all those, they are coming with the authority within what? Within the family. And this is gonna be what that conflict will be so much. All right. We are going to be ending up at 11 o'clock with the T-squaring of the knots. And since Venus right now is going to be involved with this in the midheaven, some of you is going to be kind of like skipping the steps, skipping things in there. So seeing it within yourself, within, you are going to be look like you want to skip something. You're going to move away from something. You don't want to deal with it in there. Matt, if you got a wife, not in maybe you should be quiet. Matt, been having a wife for 17 years. Okay. And maybe I trigger something within you. I'm kind of like a personally, don't take things personally, okay? Seeking it. I'm just expressing the energy the way it's represented in there. Okay? And that might help you, and that's what this report is all about. All right? But thank you. Thank you. That's a good thing. All right, so what's going to happen in the morning at 7 o'clock in there? We are going to be seeing at what? Mercury is going to be rising again at the event horizon. The inner work is going to be focused within the moon. So if you're resolving your issues today, all right, tomorrow, beginning of the day, those issues, they're going to come in to you. They're going to be asking you for change. The thing is, are you going to be able to change? Can you be able to it? Because a lot of this problem, some of the people is going to be taken into the material world, because the moon is going to be moving in Taurus, and as the moon is going to beginning into move them to Taurus with that intense energies, those squares with Pluto and the square with the sun in there, this is when you going to like, I don't need this material possessions, I'm not worried about this job, I don't want this, I just want everything to what? To end. Right? Because it's more easy not to deal with the things, not to deal with the heavy problems within itself. Right? But when you see through the truth, and when you see and you find this masculine energies that drives you, okay, understanding the softness from within and beginning to getting the wisdom of the new life that you can build. Now you overcome your own self, your own personal issues that's going to be able to help you out within your life. All right, guys, that's all I have for the report. Thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated. And come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report. Much love to you guys and good luck.